What's good, R&B squad? This is out of Ruth. I trust that this message meets you guys in good spirits. If you're new to this family, we don't believe that you're here by accident. Welcome. We're happy to have you, and Jesus is, of course, always happier. The word I have today comes from something that the Lord spoke to me in my private time with Him. And as you listen, as per usual, you'll know whether or not this is for you. Don't take everything and run away with it without finding out first from God, without confirming from God whether or not it is for you. And if you can relate to some things and not everything, y'all know how we do it here. Eat the meat, spit out the bone, take what's for you, and leave the rest. So for someone, there is something that God told you is going to happen for you. Something that He sent multiple confirmations for that has not materialized in the natural yet. But you know that it is going to happen, or at least you have thought that it was going to happen because He has shown it to you. And you have been waiting for that thing and you have tried to be patient, but recently something else happened to cause you to want to give up on that thing altogether. So whatever it is that just happened recently, it caused you to lose faith in this thing that God told you is going to come to pass actually happening. And as I speak, the Lord is bringing Sarah to mind and her story and how she was promised a son. She was promised Isaac, but it took so long, and the circumstances surrounding her becoming pregnant were so not in her favor that she began to think that it wouldn't happen. And He's also reminding me of the Shunammite woman as well. A lot of you are in the situation where you're just like Sarah and just like this Shunammite woman. Whatever it is God has promised you, the circumstances don't look good, and something recently happened. This is how you'll know that this is for you. Something recently happened that completely threw you off and made you think there is no way that this thing can happen now. There's no point in believing for it anymore. I'm here to tell you that the Lord said to chill out. See, not only did you feel like you no longer should believe in it happening or coming to pass because it didn't look like it would, but you also became angry. You became angry and you probably said something like this to God. Why am I even waiting for this? Why do you have me waiting for this? Why am I in a situation where I'm waiting for something that's not going to come to pass? Look at the circumstances. You may have actually said a prayer where you said to God, look at the circumstances. Does it look like this is coming to pass? And you are in such a bad mood about it, and you're so angry about it, and God is telling you to chill out because it's still going to happen. He's telling you to put away your anger because it is still going to happen regardless of what it looks like. And see, the enemy knows it's close to happening. So he is going in and he is making it look so contrary to what God said it's going to be. But understand that the worse the enemy makes it look, the closer you are to it actually coming to fruition. That's his specialty, the enemy. He loves to make things look completely opposite, and I said this in a word before, to what God told you it's going to be. So you can put away your anger, stop being angry about it. And you see, one of the things that causes us to be angry, one of the things that causes our heart to be sick apart from hope deferred, is that we tend, as believers from time to time, to put faith in our circumstances and not in our God. And so when the circumstances don't line up correctly, we begin to think that there's no way the promise can come to pass. But your faith ought to be in God. Our faith as believers ought to be in who God is and not in what our circumstances look like. So God said to put your anger away. He is a God of His word, and it is still coming to pass. I hope that this message blessed someone. I love you guys. I will be back with another word as soon as the Lord releases me. Take care.